What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about research utility, because with the tease that we had from Cryptomancer that they are working on the first utility for research and research tokens, I wanted to wrap my head around just how much research there is out there. And shout out to Splinter Cards on their land leaderboard page. You can actually see that. And the total number comes out to 382,337,346, which seems like a big number. And I mean, 382 million is a big number, but we actually have no context on, what the utility will be, how much will be required, and if it'll be burnable or whatever the case is. My hope is that it will be burnable, right? So research will be a soul-bound token. You can't trade it, but you can burn it as a way to create new items along with maybe some other resources. So the two leading candidates that I've talked about in recent videos are revival potions for survival mode, as well as this upcoming potion for whatever new foil that they have. I've heard black, I've given the example of diamond, whatever this other foil is going to be in Conclave Arcana that they've teased. If that is what we are going to get, well, okay, then we really need to look and see, okay, how much research could this potentially eat up? Now, when I think through the amount of cards that will be out there and available, keep in mind, we're not going to talk about starter packs. So we'll just talk about the 6.5 million packs that are regular packs, legendary packs, and then the gold foil packs that automatically come with a gold foil card. Let's say we were to have 6.5 million packs. You multiply that. I'm going to do this on a separate screen, but let's do 6.5 times 5 cards in each pack. So it's 32.5 million. All right, so let's say every pack was going to use 5 of these potions for all 5 cards. I mean, and we were to sell out every single pack. We were to use one token or one research token to create one of these potions. That only burns 32 million, right? So maybe research required would be something like 10. And then all of a sudden we're looking at 300 million. So maybe that's too high. Maybe it has to be something in between. Or maybe the team's going to look at it and say, hey, you know what? Burning 10% of research tokens is good enough, right? 30 million out of the 300 million. That's a good way to get started, and we'll see where things go from there. Again, I'm just throwing these out as ideas, right? Since we have the total amount of packs that will be available, again, we don't know if we're going to sell out or how many will actually be sold and opened, but that would be something that we could consider. The other side of this is revival potions, and that would be something that has ongoing benefit, and that's where I could actually see, okay, even if we're just doing one research token per revival potion, that has ongoing utility, ongoing need. People would then go in and say, hey, you know what? I should probably make some research because, go and mine some research, because then I'll actually be able to create these potions and maybe sell them on the secondary market or use them for cards myself, right? You look at, the top players who have just tons of research that are probably also playing heavily in survival mode. And this could be something where all of a sudden they're just naturally using and burning through all the things that they have. Now, that doesn't create anything from an economic perspective, but a direct economic perspective, right? Because they're not going in and then selling a bunch of these potions on the marketplace. They're just using it for themselves. But that's kind of what we want too, because then that incentivizes them to keep using their resources to go and mine research, as well as using whatever resources to create those potions, right? So again, I'm just really looking here at the number that we have without any kind of context, 382 million, and that it's just a really large number. And so I can imagine, based on what the team is running in terms of their numbers, I can imagine it probably being more than one token, but we really just don't know until the team, kind of shares it with us and shares the reasons behind, the wisdom behind whatever math they did in terms of going into arriving at that conclusion. But I will say this, 382 million is a lot. I would love to see research actually become scarce, because then people will start going for more research and, preparing for the Secret of Praetoria, which opens up a lot, which actually not opens up, but uses up a lot of plots, and all of a sudden makes resources, land resources, right? So your wood, stone, grain, all that stuff become even more scarce. Or we just get more land online, which eats up more cards and more DEC. So all in all, I would love to drive scarcity anywhere and everywhere. But, again, I'm just kind of speculating here on how that would actually look. That being said, The fact that we are hopefully less than 2 months away from the initial research utility that we can get is exciting, and I'll be sharing more of this as we go along. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Whatever speculative ideas you have, I'd love to hear, and we can kind of go from there. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.